All right, Ken Range Theory Trader back with you with another video just showing you how to prepare for the midweek reversal. So we're just going to go over the pattern real quick and take a look at the pairs for this week. Today is Tuesday. The market's about to close. And this is the process that you want to follow to take trades and on Wednesday. Remember, midweek reversals are Wednesdays only. So this is our pattern whereby we have the weekly, how the weekly candle should look by the time the week is over. And of course, you have Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday creating the low of the week. And then you look for Wednesday to expand up through Friday. Okay, that's for a long example. So this is the price I actually look for if we go for a long. We want to see Tuesday's low get swept beneath and then closed above. So this trade does take time to play out. On the short side, pardon me, you have two green candles, two up days. It doesn't always work out this way, but ideally the non-negotiable is that Wednesday had to create the high of the week and then close beneath and then keep going down. So Wednesday ideally should close inside Tuesday's range. Okay. Same for over here. So it won't look exactly like this, but the non-negotiable again is that Tuesday, whatever the low of Tuesday is, has to get rated and then closed above. Or if we're going short, it has to go above Tuesday and go below. So we're going to take a look at the pairs now and see if there are any that are at the high of the week. And we'll just mark them real quick. So here we go. So I'm only going to do Monday and Tuesday to make it simple. So here's Monday and Tuesday. So we'll mark our levels. And you can always set price alerts, pardon me, for the levels you're interested in. So Tuesday has a high of the week here. So we'll mark that for a short. Okay, we got two green days, Monday, Tuesday. So we'll mark that. Australian. We'll mark that. New Zealand. And again, just to reiterate, one green, two green, just like on our template. One green, two green. So Wednesday, this is what we're looking for right here. This is what we want to see Wednesday do. If it does something different, obviously you're just in a trending market and it's not going to reverse. So this is just a bias. This doesn't, this does not guarantee success. I don't really like to see long wicks. I like to see shorter ones. It's best for price to close near the high. So price can still come all the way up here, but it's just, the odds of it are a little less. Pardon me. Get a quick drink of water. Now, obviously, this does not qualify because this candle swept both sides of the range. So, for all we know, this may have already reversed. So, we're going to skip that one. Not a fan of that one. I'm going to skip it. Okay, so we have 1, 2. We could get a reversal here. So, we'll mark that for a long. This one, no, not really into that one. This one definitely, because I like how it's gone down so much. Now, this could be the low of the week right here. Oops. But we want to see what happens tomorrow. So if it goes below this low and closes inside of it, we're all over it. We'll mark this one. Why not? Again, while you may want to see two red candles for long, it just doesn't always work out that way. The main thing is that this low gets rated and then closes inside the range. That's the main thing we want to see. I like this one because it's close to the high of the week. So it might even pin the prior week high. But Australian has news tonight at 9:30 Eastern. So we'll see how that goes. This right here, no. No. I'm not interested in that. Same thing here. Just too much going on. So I don't count on this to reverse because it just, to go long, and it could. Again, it could. It's just, I look for more of this, not so much of this large candle. I like to see a little bit of a smaller range for Tuesday. So possible on here, I'll mark it. But again, I like for price to close. The market's going to close in 13 minutes. So, you know, anything can happen during Asia, but we'll see what happens. Not interested in that. Mm, I'll mark this one. I'll mark this one as well because it's below the prior week low. Not required, but because this sank so much here, I'd like to see it go down and then have a V-shaped recovery. So we'll see if that happens. Pardon me. This one definitely. Like to see that go short. No thanks. Sure, this one looks pretty good. This is an inside day. That's a no-go. I'll mark this. I'm not optimistic it'll reverse, but, you know, whatever. No. No, that swept both sides of the prior day. I don't know what's going to happen there. So, no. This also swept both sides. I'm not keen on that. So, no. And then last but not least, euro pound. We'll mark it. Why not? Okay, so we have our longs. I like to mark the longs with greens. So we have this, 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 and this. But remember, before we take a trade, price has to go down here. So you can always set a price alert. And for our shorts, let's see. We have this, few yen pairs. And again, I always opt for the ones that close closest to the high first. And you want to check news too. Sometimes the reversal happens on a news. They'll spike it. It just depends. So definitely check the forexfactory.com website for that. But these are the pairs that may reverse tomorrow. Typically, U.S. session I found works the best for it, starting at about 9:30 or so, somewhere in there. But back test it for yourself. But again, this is all we're looking for. This for the longs, this for the short. We already got money on Tuesday, so Wednesday we already got our what we want to see. So for this one, for instance, if once price goes above this range and closes back inside of it, we're in. So that's setting up. So we'll see what happens. The result's going to take a few days to play out, but I'll see if I can record a results video possibly on Thursday or Friday. And that's it. Have a good one.